High winds are fanning a wildfire in California, which has spread rapidly through the wealthy coastal town of Malibu. Flames were seen close to the library of Pepperdine University, where students were told to shelter. Around 6,000 residents in the area have been ordered to leave their homes.
Now, a fast-moving wildfire fanned by strong winds has been spreading in Malibu in California, an area that's home to some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Evacuations have been taking place, with the fire consuming more than 1,800 acres in just a few hours. Large parts of Southern California are currently under a red flag warning, with winds and low humidity elevating the fire risk. Let's speak now to Nick Smith, a Malibu resident who has had to evacuate from his home with his family because of the fire. Nick, really appreciating you taking the time to talk to us at what is an incredibly unsettling time for you and your family and all the other people affected by this. When did you first become aware that this fire had taken hold?
Yeah, we went to bed around 10 p.m. and we packed bags knowing that there was going to be really strong Santa Ana winds, and it's been so dry. There hasn't been any rain in months. So we went to bed about 10 and then woke up at 11:30 with a neighbor running down the street telling everyone to wake up and get out.
And in that moment, how did you all feel?
I think it was the shock when we walked out the door and looked to our right, and over the top of the mountain, we could see the sort of flames sort of licking the top of the mountain, and that was, that was fairly shocking.
We're just looking at that picture that you've sent us at the moment as well, Nick.
Yeah, that was a sort of brief panic, and then we sort of, packed up bags, put everything in the car, got the dog, checked on our neighbors. We got animals on the property, so we were sort of getting goats in the back of vans and letting the horses free. So we sort of got out of there pretty sharpish.
And have you experienced a wildfire like this before?
Not up this close. In 2018, we were living in Venice, so it was a fair distance from the wildfire, which was 68,000 acres. I think currently we're at 2,500 acres. So it was much bigger, but the winds are still really strong. I think we're gusting 70-mile-an-hour winds this evening. It's currently around 40 to 50. So I think jury's still out as to whether they're going to get this under control today.
Yeah, so in terms of the farm where you live and whether firefighters can actually get this under control and protect that property and your neighbours' properties, what are your thoughts on that at the moment?
Yeah, firefighters did an amazing job. I think they tend to head to the sides of the mountain where they were trying to head it off. But I think some of the local communities, some of our neighbors stayed behind and were putting out spot fires, which is the real problem because the embers will go for up to a mile. They'll land on the eaves of people's properties, and then the roofs catch fire, and that's how the contagion starts. So we had friends stay behind, and putting out those spot fires, I think, saved a lot of homes today.
And I wonder now, and we've reported on wildfires in California numerous times, are you pretty much always on alert for the possibility of this happening?
Yeah, I think at this time of the year when there's been very little rain, and because there was no fires last year and there was a lot of rain last year, the vegetation was particularly bad, or there was a lot of fuel to burn. So with the really dry weather, no rain, and long hot summer, it's just been the sort of worst of all combinations from a fire perspective. So I think it was a matter of time.
We're just watching some live pictures coming into us at the moment as we talk to you, Nick. This is of a fighting plane, and obviously the level of preparedness in somewhere like California, where, as you say, there are frequent fires, is obviously very high. Have you been able to see these planes and firefighters as well, you've mentioned, but have you been able to see these planes traveling over your area?
Yeah, we had helicopters flying over as soon as at 11:30. We had helicopters flying over with sirens, to alert people who are perhaps asleep that they need to get out. And then we've heard the planes going over all day, dropping vast amounts of water on the fires. So yeah, they've got a real team out there. So hopefully they'll keep it under control.
Nick, thank you so much for talking to us. Best of luck to you and your family and all your neighbours. Hope you get back to your homes safe and sound very soon. Nick Smith there in Malibu.